Good morning, all of you. I am Amol Deshmukh, your math teacher. Exercise 3.10 from R.D. Sharma. Question number 3. And question is: the boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of boat and speed of stream and speed of boat in still water. First, you have to know what is meant by stream. Stream means it is a flow of water. Flow of water is called stream. And when water having a flow, then it has a speed. So we have to find the speed of stream and speed of boat in still water. Then another these two words. First word is upstream and second word is downstream. Upstream and downstream. Upstream means in opposite direction and downstream means it is in along the same direction. That is called downstream. Before to start this problem, I am giving one example. Here, this is the example. Suppose I am going on bike on highway, and suppose the speed of my bike is 60 km per hour. And imagine that there is no wind coming from opposite direction. So the speed of my bike will be remain 60 km per hour. But suppose imagine that the wind is coming from opposite direction at 10 km per hour. Then what will be the speed of my bike in opposite direction? Here the speed of bike will be 60 minus 10, that is 50. Because speed of my bike is 60 and wind is coming from opposite direction, means the speed of my bike decreases by 10 km per hour. So it is equal to 50 km per hour. And in the same direction, means wind is coming from back side. Then what will be the speed of my bike? It is 60 plus 10, that is equal to 70. Means in same direction, the speed of bike will increases. And it is increases by how much? Add the speed of wind in the speed of bike. Means remember that in opposite direction speed will decreases and in the same direction speed will increases. Here let the speed of boat in still water is equal to x km per hour and speed of stream equal to y km per hour. So what will be the speed of boat in upstream? Here in upstream speed is decreases, means we have to subtract the speed of boat, means speed of boat minus speed of stream, that is equal to speed of boat in upstream. So here the speed of boat in upstream, it will be equal to x minus y km per hour, and speed of boat in downstream. In downstream speed is increases, means speed of boat plus speed of stream, that is x plus y km per hour. And then look at the first line. The boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. Means upstream time plus downstream time is equal to 10. Means first we have to find out the time of boat in upstream and time of boat in downstream, and the total time is equal to 10 hours. So here the formula of time is distance by speed. Here the time is equal to distance by speed. So first find the time of boat in upstream, then time of boat in downstream, and is equal to 10 hours. So the time of boat in upstream is, the distance for upstream is 30 km and speed of boat in upstream is x minus y. So distance by speed is equal to time. Here 30 is the distance and speed of upstream is x minus y. So distance upon speed, that is the time. This is the time of boat in upstream going in upstream. And what is the time for boat going in downstream? So distance for downstream is 44 km, that is the distance, divided by speed of boat in downstream, that is x plus y. And 44 upon x plus y means it is the time of boat going in downstream. And the total time means addition of these two times is 10. Here the total time is 10. So by first condition 30 upon x minus y plus 44 upon x minus y is equal to 10. This is by first condition. Again read the second condition. And what is the second condition? In 13 hours it can go 40 km. In 13 hours it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. So distance of upstream is 40 kilometer, means time of upstream is 40 upon x minus y plus distance of downstream 55 and speed of downstream is x plus y, and 55 upon x plus y, it is the time of downstream, and total time in second condition is 13 hours, means it is equal to 13. Again we have to solve these two linear equations by the method of substitution, but these two linear equations are not in the standard form. First we have to make these two linear equations in standard form. Here the common part of first equation is 1 upon x minus y, here 1 upon x minus y, and 1 upon x plus y, 1 upon x plus y. So put 1 upon x minus y is equal to m, and 1 upon x plus y is equal to n. So 30 upon x minus y, and x minus y is equal to m, so it becomes 30m plus 44 upon x minus y. This means that 44 into 1 by x plus y, and 1 by x plus y is n, so it is 44n, and is equal to 10. And second, 40 upon x minus y means 40 into 1 upon x minus y is m, 40m, plus 55 upon x plus y, and 1 upon x plus y is n, so it is 55n is equal to 13. Write as this as equation number 2. So again we have to solve these two linear equations by the method of any one of the method, but I am solving these two equations by substitution method. Here from equation number 1 I am finding the value of m in terms of n. Therefore 30m is equal to 10 minus 44n. 30m is equal to 10 minus 44n, and m is equal to 10 minus 44n divided by 30. Write this as equation number 3. So put value of m in equation number 2. Don't use this value again in equation 1 because we are finding the value of m from equation 1. So put this value in equation number 2. We get, so put m is equal to 10 minus 44n upon 30 in equation number 2. So it is 40m, 40, and value of m is 10 minus 44n by 30 plus 55n as it is, n is equal to 30. So here reduce these two numbers, it becomes 4 in bracket 10 minus 44n divided by 3 plus 55n is equal to 13. So multiply this bracket by 4, so it becomes 10 4 the 40 minus 44 into 4, that is equal to 176, n divided by 3 plus 55n, it is equal to 13. Again here make the denominator same, so multiply and divide 55n by 3, so denominators will become same. Here the denominators are same, then add the numerator, 40 minus 176n plus 165n whole divided by 3 is equal to 13. Again these are two like terms and opposite signs, so subtract and write the sign of greater number. So 176n minus 165n, it is equal to minus 11n, and is equal to 13, and this 3 here it goes in multiplication. So 40 minus 11n is equal to 13 3s are 39. So 40, this plus 39 here, again minus 39, and minus 11n, it becomes plus 11n. So 40 minus 39, that is equal to 1. 1 is equal to 11n, means 1 by n is equal to 11, means the value of n is 1 by 11. So put this value either in equation number 1 or equation number 2 or equation number 3, but equation 3 is easy. So put n is equal to 1 by 11 in equation number 3. Put n is equal to 1 by 11 in equation number 3. So we get m is equal to 10 minus 44n, and value of n is 1 by 11. So it is 1 by 11 divided by 30. So 10 minus 11 4 the 44, divided by 30. 10 minus 4, 6. 6 by 30, and 6 by 30 is equal to 6 5s are 30, means 1 by 5. Therefore the value of m is 1 by 5. But we have to find the value of x and y. We have to find the values of x and y. Again substitute these two values. Again here 1 by x minus y is equal to m, and 1 by x plus y is equal to n. So 1 by x minus y and is equal to m, and value of m is 1 by 5, and 1 upon x plus y is equal to n, and value of n is, here 1 by x minus y is equal to m, but value of m is 1 by 5. Therefore 1 upon x minus y equal to 1 by 5. Therefore x minus y is equal to 5. Write this as equation number 4. And 1 upon x plus y is equal to n. 1 upon x plus y is equal to n, and value of n is 1 upon x plus y is equal to, n is equal to 1 by 11. Therefore x plus y is equal to 11. Right, this is equation number 5. Again we have to solve these two linear equations by any one of the method, but I am solving these two linear equations by substitution method. So here from any one of the from equation 4 or 5, find the value of any one of the variable in terms of other variable. So from equation 4 I am finding the value of x in terms of y. So from equation 4, here x is equal to 5 plus y. X is equal to 5 plus y. Right, this is equation number 6. Put x is equal to 5 plus y in equation number 5. Don't use this value in equation number 4 because we are finding the value of x from 4. So use this value in equation number 5. So from 5 and 6, from equation number 5 and 6, we get x, and value of x is 5 plus y. So 5 plus y is equal to 11. So 5 plus y, that is 2y, is equal to 11. Therefore 2y is equal to 11 minus 5. Therefore 2y is equal to 6, and therefore y is equal to 3. So put y is equal to 3 either in equation 4, 5 or 6, but equation 6 is easy. So put y is equal to 3 in equation number 6. Put y is equal to 3 in equation number 6, and here the sixth equation is x is equal to 5 plus y. X is equal to 5 plus y, and 5 plus value of y is 3. 5 plus 3 8. Therefore x is equal to 8, and x is the speed of boat in still water, and y is speed of stream. Here the speed of boat in still water is x, and speed of stream is y km per hour. Therefore the speed of boat in still water is 8 km per hour, and speed of stream equal to 3 km per hour.